Re's strength lies in its ability to dramatically simplify using your remote controls. Two more ways that Re can help make things easier on you and speed things up are through the use of macros and favorites. Let's take a look at what these features are and how to set them up. Macros are, simply put, a single button that can send multiple commands in one push. You may already be familiar with this concept. Any buttons on your existing remotes that say things like power all and can turn many of your devices on or off at once are an example of how this works. Setting up a new macro of your own is simple, and the functions that they can perform are limited only by what your devices can do. Let's say we want to set up a simple macro for when we want to watch a movie. We'll go to our Watch DVD activity, tap the Edit button, and then double tap on empty space. When the pop-up menu appears, simply select Add Button to get going. Give your button a name and tap Next. At the next screen, you can configure options for the new button. We'll start by giving it an image that is memorable and makes sense for what the button does. Once we've done that, we can set up what functions the button will perform when pressed. Tap Macro to begin setup. Tap Edit and you'll see a scrollable menu of all the remote functions for the current device. You can switch devices by using the forward and back buttons next to the device label. We'll start by adding the power on command for our TV. Then switch to our DVD player and add its power on command. And finally, add the power on command for our audio receiver as well. Next, we'll add a short delay to allow the TV time to turn on. Lastly, we'll go back to the TV's list of controls and select the Video 3 button, because we know our DVD player is connected to Video 3. This way, we can jump straight to it without cycling through the various inputs. And that's it. We now have a custom configured button that will check to make sure all of our devices are powered on and switch over to our DVD player. Before we finish, we have the option of turning the custom label we created off. And we also have the option to have Re ask you if the macro was executed properly each time you press the button. This is turned on by default, which can be useful when you're first making sure it works. Leave this on and turn it back off later, or turn it off now if you want. Finally, tap Done, and the new macro button is ready for use. Remember, you can edit your macro button at any time by tapping the Edit button at the top of your activity screen, and then double tapping the macro button. Favorites are lists of your most frequently viewed channels. They give you quick and easy access to the things you watch most on a single screen. And because you can set up multiple lists, everyone at home can have their own set of favorites. Favorites are set up from the Room screen, just like devices and activities. Tap Favorites, then Edit, then the plus button to set up a list. You'll be asked to give a name to your list of favorites. We're going to stick with the default, My Favorites, and tap Next. You'll be prompted to associate an activity with the list if you wish. We'll select Watch TV and tap Next. Now we'll start adding channels to our list. Simply enter the number of the channel you want to add. Then on the next screen, scroll down the list to find the icon for the channel you want to watch. Then add a name for the channel, and that's it. Repeat this process for each of the channels you want to add to your list. Tap Done twice when you've finished setting up your lists. Now, when you have the Watch TV activity and your favorites list selected from the Room screen, you'll see the list you set up under the Favorites tab at the bottom of Re's screen. Those are the basics of setting up your macros and favorites. Two great features that make Re easy to use and help simplify your entertainment experience.